All praise to the Most High, and to his son, YAHAYASHA Messiah, YAHAYAH. This is Brother Holly here with the 5th Spirit of Truth broadcast here on the AHAYAH'S channel, as well as the House of AHAYAH channel, on this set-apart Day of Atonement. Brothers and sisters, as always, I like to give all glory, praise, and honor to the great I am, he who is, was, and is to come, the Almighty One, YAHAYAH, and to his son, YAHAYASHA Messiah, who gave himself for us that we might have life, and that life is in him, YAHAYAH. Now, as you can see, the lighting is a lot lower, so there may be some motion blur because my camera is just not that good, but it's almost sundown on this Day of Atonement. But before we leave this Day of Atonement, I just got to give you one more from the scriptures, and then we're gonna blow the shofar, and I'm just gonna spend the rest of the waning moments of the Day of Atonement in praise and glory for a glorious celebration that we've had today. I have never, ever had so much revelation and so much truth pour out of me as on this Day of Atonement. Let's keep it going. We'll be reading from the Learned Hebrew Torah Lashon Kodesh Hope YAHAYAH Bible Scriptures. Turn with me to the book of Romans chapter 10. And we're going to read something. We're going to clear something up of what Messiah brought to an end through his life, death, burial, and resurrection. Let's get it. Romans chapter 10, verse 1, it says, Brethren, my heart's desire and prayer to Yahiah for YASHARAHLA is that they might be saved. Will you highlight that? Who is the Apostle Paul praying about for the salvation of? The children of YASHARAHLA, of whom he belonged to. He was of YASHARAHLA himself. For he just told you in Romans chapter 9, verses 1 through 5, that the children of YASHARAHLA were his kinsmen, his brethren according to the flesh. Now he's praying for his brethren according to the flesh to be saved. Let's read it again. He said, Brethren, my heart's desire and prayer to Yahiah for YASHARAHLA is that they might be saved. For I bear them record that they have a zeal for Yahweh, but not according to knowledge. For they being ignorant of Yahweh's righteousness, and going about to establish their own righteousness, and have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of Yahweh will you highlight. Which righteousness is he talking about? He's talking about the righteousness by faith or belief in YAHAYASHA Messiah. That's what the bulk of the country of his countrymen were ignorant of. And we're going to find out in the next verse. For HaMashiach is the end of the Torah law for righteousness to everyone that believes. Will you highlight? Now you see, now some of you who have just been wanting to throw Torah out forever, here's your verse that you are often run to. If you want to throw Torah compliance out forever, this is the verse you run to. It says, for Messiah, HaMashiach is the end of Torah law for righteousness to everyone that believes. What are we believing about HaMashiach, the Messiah? What are we believing about him that's against Allah? Or Allah was in the place of what we believe of him? Do we believe that he was born in a manger in Bethlehem? Was there a law that was fulfilled in him being born in a manger in Bethlehem? There was a prophecy that was fulfilled. But what about a law that dealt on for righteousness? No. What about a law? Was there a law about if Messiah come and do miracles, then the law concerning the doing of miracles is done away with? There is no law concerning the doing of miracles. So it could have been talking about that. What about raising people from the dead? What about preaching to the multitude? Is there a law about preaching to the multitude and raising people from the dead? Absolutely not. So what is this law of righteousness, for righteousness, that Messiah, that belief in Messiah, put an end to? Well, let's see it. Hold your place in Romans 10. We're coming back. Let's go to Leviticus chapter 7. All praises. Leviticus chapter 7, verses 37 and 38. We're going to see what law that HaMashiach, YAHAYASHA, that belief in him ended. That he was the end of righteousness for this Torah law. This is Leviticus chapter 7, verse 37. Let's read. This is the Torah law of the burnt offering, of the meat offering, and of the sin offering, and of the trespass offering, and of the consecrations, and of the sacrifice of the peace offering, which Yahiah commanded Moses in Mount Sinai in the day he commanded the children of Yasharahla to offer their oblations unto Yahweh in the wilderness of Sinai. So everything from Leviticus chapter 1 verse 1 to Leviticus chapter 7 verse 37, all of it talking about all these offerings, meat offerings, peace offerings, offerings that you have to sprinkle salt on, sin offering, transgression offering. Did not Messiah's death bear was not Messiah the sin offering, the one sin offering forever? That's the law for righteousness that is ended when we believe in the Messiah. That's the law that ended. Let's see it. Go to Leviticus chapter 1 verse 1. And Yahweh called unto Moses and spake unto him out of the tabernacle of the congregation, saying, Speak unto the children of Yasharahla. This is Leviticus chapter 1, verse 1 and 2. Speak unto the children of Yasharahla, and say unto them, If any man bring an offering unto Yahweh, ye shall bring your offering of the cattle, even of the herd, and of the flock. If his offering be a burnt sacrifice of the herd, let him offer a male without blemish, and shall offer it of his own voluntary will at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation before Ahai will you highlight. And we can go on and on through the first 7 chapters of Leviticus, and it's one law after another on how to do the sacrifices. But the culmination of the law of sacrifice is found in Leviticus chapter 7, verse 37 and 38. And we'll read it one more time. Leviticus chapter 7, verse 37. This is the Torah law of the burnt offering, of the meat offering, and of the sin offering, and of the trespass offering, and of the consecrations, and of the sacrifice of the peace offering, which Yahweh commanded Moses in Mount Sinai in the day he commanded the children of Yasharahla to offer their oblations unto Yahweh in the wilderness of Sinai. Back to Romans chapter 10. We learned earlier today from the book of Hebrews and from Romans 5 that YAHAYASHA was the one sacrifice for sin forever. That's the law that he was the end of for righteousness. And when we believe that YAHAYASHA, HaMashiach, is our one and last sacrifice for sin forever, then we put to end the law concerning sacrifice. We no longer have to follow Leviticus 1 through chapter 1 through chapter 7, verse 37 and 38. We no longer have to follow the law concerning sacrifice, for we put our faith and our belief in the one sacrifice for sin forever, which YAHAYASHA Messiah became. Let's read it again from Romans 10. Let's read with understanding this time. It says, Romans 10, verse 1, Brethren, my heart's desire and prayer to Yahiah for Yasharahla is that they might be saved. For I bear them record that they have a zeal for Yahiah, but not according to knowledge. For they being ignorant of Yahiah's righteousness, and going about to establish their own righteousness. Well, their own righteousness was in accordance with the law. They were ignorant that Messiah actually factually was the last sacrifice. He didn't say I was going to be the last sacrifice. No, that came out by revelation. And have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of Yahiah. For Messiah is the end of the Torah law for righteousness to everyone that believes. When you and I put our faith, our belief that YAHAYASHA Messiah was the final sacrifice for sin forever, Not only for the sins of those who are under the new covenant, but the sins of those who are under the first covenant. We read that earlier today. When you believe that, then Messiah becomes the end of sacrifice, the end of sin, the sin sacrifice, and the establishment of righteousness by faith. What do we believe? We believe that he is the sacrifice for sin. And when we do that, we partake of the righteousness of Yahweh that is by faith in his son, YAHAYASHA, Messiah. Now, I'm going to blow the shofar as the sun has just set. I'm going to blow my shofar to close out this glorious day of atonement. All praises to the Most High, Ahai, and to his son, YAHAYASHA, Messiah, the atonement sacrifice. Yada.